And I'm going to try to go ahead and get to the text. That's why this little woman, who the judge had treated badly, she continued to pray and pray and pray. And she prayed and she prayed and she prayed and she prayed. I'm just trying to lock it into your brain. She prayed and she prayed and she kept on praying. Are you hearing? Till something changed. And what I'm suggesting to you today is, if you really want to change, all you got to do is continue to pray and pray and pray and pray and pray for change. But change has to want to come out of you before change will take place in you. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Prayer is probably the greatest tool that God has given to us as saints of God. Because if you know how to pray, it doesn't matter what season of weather it is. Are you understanding what I'm saying? And I thank God for my own prayer life, because I've got a prayer, and maybe some of you all do, but I have a prayer that I pray constantly, that God has given to me in my heart and in my spirit. And it's that prayer that I pray consistently that has continually served to transform my life, for me to understand God now how I do right now. Are you understanding? And to understand how we struggle sometimes right now. Are you understanding? And that's why I believe, if you agree with me or not, I have a pastor's heart. And I care for all of God's people. Every one of you that God has given to me. There is nothing that I would not do. Are you understanding what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that to bolster how I feel or my ego. Are you understanding? You need to cultivate a relationship with God that's meaningful for you and effectual in your life. Because what the prayer that God has given to me does, it reorientates my mind. It restructures my thoughts. It makes me think about my actions. Are you understanding? Even in the midst of my imperfections. And all I want is to grow in grace. Are you understanding what I'm saying? And the fear and admonition of the Lord. And you know why? Because God has been too good for me. To think otherwise. I wonder, has God been good to you? Has God been good to you? I like another saying. He's been better to me than I've been to myself. Are you hearing what I'm saying? God is always better to us than we are to ourselves. because He's God. And God understands us and knows us better than we know ourselves. And it's somewhere in the Bible, and it came to mind, but I can't remember it right now. But it suggests that the Creator knows you better than you know yourself. The potter knows what to do. Are you understanding? He knows what to do with the clay. He knows how to form it. He knows how to perfect it. He knows how to bring it together and make it useful. And I think that all of our lives as Christians ought to be useful to a greater degree.